Hello guys, I'm Spicy Bill, and it's been a long time since I did a review, so here we go. This is gonna be another episode of Gunpla and figure re-review. So yeah, right here on the left we have Gundam Fix Figuration. This one is an action figure, and on the right we have a model kit. This is Gunpla. This is the Real Grade 144 scale Char. Well, they're both Char. So first, we're gonna take a look at the Gundam Fix Figuration figure right here. This thing is still pretty solid. I've been trying to sell this guy for a while, to no avail. So I'm either gonna keep it or I'm gonna continue to try to sell it. Okay. Probably by lowering the price. So you can see this figure. It's got some very good amount of I wouldn't say surface detail, it's just got a lot of decals. Basically, it's like a highly decal version of, of a Zagok. Believe it or not, sometimes the decal does, makes the figure look more interesting. I always do this with my HG kits, especially the one that's like really lacking in surface detail. Just, a couple of decals here and there. Placed strategically can make a world of difference when it for your model kits or your figures. So you can see it still looks really nice. The articulation on this guy isn't the greatest, but I'll be honest with you. I think at the time of this video, what I'm filming in 2019, I think some of these figures probably still have better articulation than the new Gundam Universe figures. And why am I trashing those figures? Well, because I'm an asshole. That's why. Everybody's got an asshole. Everybody's got an opinion. And I'm just like everybody else. I really think they could have done a better job. But that's just my personal opinion. In terms of articulation, I mean, they've been making, Gundam figures for more than 2 decades now. And I can't believe they're still going with something so archaic. But anyway, just because it's cheap doesn't mean it has to be like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, yeah, the articulation on this guy is not so great. We have a feet articulation right here. It can barely bend the knee, unfortunately. Look at that. That's not very good. You can splay the leg out a little bit more. It does have waist articulation, which is actually surprisingly good. This diaphragm joint is amazing. It's incredible. Yeah. It might just save the figure. But anyway, the reason for that is because all these parts are interchangeable, so you can turn it into you can turn it into the Og or the Zogok, if you wanted to. The arms are actually pretty nice though, multi-segmented. The claws can open like that. I doubt they're gonna do like a Gundam Universe version of the Zagok anyway. So yeah, this thing is super expensive. This thing's like over $100. So I unless you're a die-hard Zagok fan who wants a Zagok figure, I can't honestly say I recommend it. So yeah, I think this is why this thing's been sitting on my eBay for like literally forever. And it's not going anywhere. It's still very nice. Okay, so you can see the difference between this guy and the real grade Zagok. You can see the real grade Zagok is actually taller. This guy is actually the same size as the high grade HUC 144 scale Zagok. So now you can see that the real grade is definitely taller than him, just by a little bit. So that will make the real grade bigger than the HUC. Yeah, still 144 scale though. Anyway, you can see the tremendous amount of surface detail on the real grade kit and the part separation. Also, it's got a ton of decals too. Although, believe it or not, even though this is a real grade is known to have an excessive amount of decals, it still doesn't stand up to the Gundam Fix Figuration. This thing still has a lot more decals. than the real gray. And it's funny too, because you get 70707 all over the place. Like they're just like, oh my god, you have to know that this guy is number 7. It's got number 7 right here, number 7 right here, number 7 on the back, number 7 right there. Okay, you gotta make sure you know the unit number for this guy, because look at that. It's number 7. That's it, number 7. But this thing is just excessive. Okay, well, the real gray has super duper articulation. A multi-segmented arm right there. The elbow can bend 90 degrees, which is amazing. The claw can open up very wide, like that. This section also can move around if you wanted to. The arm can go perpendicular. It has a swing out shoulder gimmick. All of that is covered in the actual review. Although the diaphragm joint isn't very good compared to the Gundam fixed figuration. That's a little bit unfortunate because that's actually very nice. You can actually articulate these things on the backpack. You can't do anything with that. If you touch it, it's just gonna fall off. So we have waist articulation. We have front skirt articulation, which is non-existent on the figure, and it's non-existent on the high grade either. You can do the splits actually, which is very nice. That's not possible on this guy or the high grade. Well, actually on the high grade you could, sort of. Okay, and then you can actually bend the knee with a armor separation right there. Feet has very wide range of articulation. It's got a hinge. You can rotate that 360. Oh, what happened there? Armor part came off. Oopie-doo. Yep, and being like earlier real gray, it sort of suffers from the ERS, aka early real gray syndrome, which stuff like this tend to happen sometimes or very often, depends on the kit. But yeah, still very good. It definitely doesn't feel as solid as the Gundam fixed figuration figure though. This thing has the tendency to be just a little bit loose. Okay. The cool thing is though, this guy, you can adjust the mono eye. So the mono eye can adjust. That thing, the Zagok, actually, you can the Gundam fixed figuration, you can also sort of adjust the mono eye. Or the mono eye. You just have to take this thing apart. You have to physically get in there and then move that eye all around. Yeah, you have to take apart the front armor, and it's a pain in the butt. But you can do it if you want to. It's not like a wide range where you can rotate a 360. It's just a little section right there that you can move via ball joint. So, all right. So you know the thing with Bandai is they just make way too many lines for the Gundam figures. You have 3 different model kit lines. Probably 4. Action figure line, there's probably 3 or 4 as well. Although in North America, we're just not too familiar with them. There exists the mobile suit in action. We call it MSIA or MIA. There's a Gundam fixed figuration. And then there's Robot Damashi. That's 3. And now we have Gundam Universe. And we're not even covering like the candy toy stuff, like the G-frame. The universal units, and the Assault Kingdom, and then there's also the SD line, which is a complete different thing, like Gundam Converge, Gundam Ensemble, the FSSD, whatever thing. It's crazy. Oh man, if you're collecting Gundam, I think Bandai just want to overwhelm you with all these lines, so that all you can think about is Gundam or Gunpla or whatever. That way you won't be buying anything else. I think that's like the name of the game. If you want to get into Gundam, you better be serious about it. Otherwise, yeah, you're just going to be a very confused guy, spending hours on the internet looking up stuff to no avail. Believe me, it took me 3 years to figure this out. So, whew. All right, that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys find the information helpful. Thanks for watching.